Well, hola, America. It's old Sean Boy coming to bring some information. Now, I just started doing some deep dives into our internet and stuff like that, into the algorithms and how they set things up and stuff like that. And I was pretty amazed at what I found out. Now, what I did was I punched in, you know, liberals are responsible for the majority of all political violence. And it came up that no, it's 60% Republicans that are doing all the violence. And so when I asked the internet, this is on DuckDuckGo, and I asked Google and stuff like that, give me examples of Republican violence. Well, they brought up January 6th, of course, and stuff like that, but now we're finding out that the majority of the violence was caused by FBI informants shooting concussion grenades and who knows what else they were doing and inviting people in. It's kind of looking like a setup, but we haven't got to the full process of the whole January 6th thing. Probably never will. And then they tried to say that, what do you call it? Another thing that they used as an example was that a congressional baseball game where Steve Scalise was shot, that it was a Republican, and it wasn't. It was a Bernie Sanders supporter. And then they on the example, another example that they brought up, that Nancy Pelosi's husband was absolutely attacked by a Republican, whoever it was, but he was actually just a homeless prostitute is what he was, because they're both in their underwear. And so they tried to blame Republicans. And so yeah, it's astounding. And then they tried to blame, Justice Kavanaugh on a Republican. And we wonder why the liberals are so misinformed. I feel bad now. I feel really bad that they're this misinformed, that their news media, because a lot of times people in general just don't want to go think and go take care of business. Myself sometimes too. It's hard to go out and investigate and figure things out, to see things from all sides. And I don't blame, because what we call convenience is part of much of our society. Comfortability kills. But we have to get past that, America. And I went and caught this bald-faced lies that they're pushing right there on the internet, from DuckDuckGo to absolutely, to Google. This has to change, America. I'm astounded on what they said. Oh yeah, and also they said the Minnesota shooter, who unalived, those congressmen and women and stuff like that, was done by a Republican, when it wasn't. When it was Tim Walz and Mark Shaggs who hired him. Mark Shaggs hired him in 2016, and Tim Walz hired him to work in the Democratic Party in 2023. So how is that Republican? It's obfuscating their responsibility, showing that their party does these things. And this is what the internet is pushing, and it needs to stop.